Hey my friend, I hope you have your Christmas shopping done. You've just got 1 week left to do it, and if you don't have it done, check out my last video on my top 5 Christmas gifts. What I want to talk to you about this week is setting 4 real New Year's resolutions. And I watched a video that I shot. It was really a training on how to get really aware of where you've been and where you want to go, and kind of what your thought process has been over the last year. And I watched this video just a little bit ago, and it showed me, because I talk a lot about my life from last year, just how far we've come in the last 12 months. And so this is the video that I want to share with you. It's a training on how to get really aware of where your beliefs have taken you from the last year up until now, and where they're going to continue to take you, and what it is that you want to change going into next year. And this is going to be a 2-part series. So this first part is going to help you with that awareness. And then the next video, which will be the week after Christmas, that video is going to be the video where you really take this information and this new awareness and you create actionable goals that you will take throughout the year. That's usually when I do my goal setting and my New Year's resolutions, is that week between Christmas and the New Year. I've done it for years that way, and it's really going to set you up to not just create New Year's resolutions, but really create actionable goals, goals that are going to stick. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the training. Have a great week this week. We'll see you there. Hey, this is Stone, and what I want to talk to you about today is something I'm really excited about, because it's something I do at the end of every year, and that is I do New Year's resolutions. Now, you may roll your eyes whenever I say that, because most people don't keep New Year's resolutions. There's some wives' tale statistic, I don't know if it's true or not, that by the 9th of January, 9 out of 10 people have already blown their New Year's resolutions. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think you'd agree it probably does make sense that when we make New Year's resolutions, we really don't make them to stick. They're more like pie in the sky hopes and dreams, right? So what we're going to talk about today, and the reason I have my computer out, is because I have a specific process that I have done for years now. It's been tweaked over the years, but basically the same process in order to come up with my New Year's resolutions. Now, what we're going to look at really are the core elements, and I'm actually going to do this in 2 videos. In this first video, we're going to get really clear on where we've been in 2015, where we are now, and where it is we're going. That really gives us clarity as to where we are at this particular moment. And then we're going to, in video 2, get really specific about how to make all of this information that we have clear and focused and become part of our time management plan. So, as we know, New Year's resolutions are not something that are magical in terms of change, right? We can change anytime we want to, but there's really 2 things that New Year's resolutions do for us. Number 1, we do get this idea of a fresh start. It's the beginning of a new year. And then number 2, it's a really easy way to record, measure, and manage whatever goal it is or resolution is we're trying to accomplish, because it starts on the first day of the year. So why not use this momentum of a New Year's resolution to really help us get on track to get where we want to go and to grow and to move forward? So there's 6 questions that I go through, and I have them on my computer. I do this every year, and I just start typing for each question, and I go through and I answer all of these. You won't want to do this while we're going through the video. You'll understand why at the end, because I'm going to give you some very special instructions. Watch this once, and then you'll want to go over this many, many times throughout this week to get all this down, and you're going to have a whole week to do that. And the next week is going to be part 2. I guarantee you, if you do this, you will most likely be more clear than you've ever been about what you want your New Year's resolutions to be, and you'll be more empowered to be able to follow through and move forward than you've ever been. So let's go ahead and get started. These are the 6 questions. These are the 6 reflection questions. Number 1, what are some of your favorite achievements from the past year? So what are some of your favorite achievements or successes from 2015? And write those things out. For me, creating this blog was quite an experience, and we've hit 100,000. I think we're at like maybe 125,000 viewers now of these weekly videos. And I'm really proud of that. You know, it wasn't that long ago that it was friends and family that were watching these videos. And now we have a huge audience from all over the world. And that's something I'm very proud of. What are some of your successes? You know, what are some of your successes in your family or with your career or in your faith? What are some of your favorite achievements from the past year? And you're going to want to write all those things out. Again, you'll want to come back to this video and pause it at the right time so that you can go through and write these out. But number 1, what are some of your favorite achievements from 2015? Number 2, what decisions did you make that were empowering for you in 2015? What decisions did you make that empowered you in 2015? My wife and I made this decision that we could and should move. Now, what had held us back from moving in the past is that we have both grown up in the country, and we love the country life, and we love the peace of being able to go out and feel like you're in a very open area and it's just you. So it was very hard for us to think about moving. My business is here in the town that we're in, and we just didn't want to move to the city. We said to ourselves, you know what, we can move and we can live in the city, and we can find a place where we can feel as if we're in the country, in the city. We can find some land, find the house we want. We can do it, and we will do it. That has been a huge decision for us, and anybody who knows us will tell you that's been a journey to find that. But actually here now in 8 days, we are moving to that beautiful home in the city that has some acreage, and we feel like we are in the country. That would have never happened if we hadn't made that decision that we can get it done and we're going to do it. So what decisions did you make that you can look back and you can say, that decision was empowering to me and it helped me to get where I want to go? So what decisions empowered you in 2015? That's number 2. Number 3, what do you want to replicate about 2015? What do you look back on and you say, okay, I'm proud of this and I'm proud of how this went. I want to replicate this in the next year. And of course, we don't just want to replicate, do we? I mean, we're always wanting to grow and up the ante, but what do we want to continue doing that we felt like was successful or we did well in 2015? I feel very blessed that God blessed our college ministry at our church that my wife and I are heavily involved in, and it has continued to grow. And obviously, I want to continue that growth in the next year, and I pray it does continue to grow, but also it grows to the next level. So what do you want to replicate in your own life? Looking back at 2015, reflecting on it, how do you want to grow? Number 4, what were some of your greatest frustrations from 2015? What were some of the things that made you angry or frustrated you or depressed you about this past year? I know for myself, I love being around my friends and I love having those type of close connected relationships. And because we had so many quality things going on, we really neglected that area. And I was constantly saying we need to spend more time developing relationships with and connecting with friends, and we just didn't get it done. That's a real frustration for me from this past year. What was a frustration for you? What were your frustrations, or what things just really, angered you, or do you wish you could change? Number 5, what beliefs disempowered you in 2015? Okay, looking back, what beliefs kept you from moving forward in an area and maybe are still keeping you from moving forward in an area? I know right off the bat, one for me was whenever I first started thinking about writing this blog, that was 6 months roughly before I actually started the blog, before I actually started doing it, because I had this voice in my head telling me that I wasn't good enough to do a blog, and I wasn't, the content that I could share would not reach a large audience, and that it would be a waste of my time. And that disempowering idea kept rolling over and over again in my head, and it kept me from starting this blog for a very long time. So what's disempowering you? What belief or ideal is holding you back? And you have to get really serious and honest with yourself in order to be able to answer this question. And then finally, number 6, what would you like to change for 2016? What about 2015 do you want to change? What do you want to be different about 2016? What is it that, that you just have decided that enough's enough, and I don't want this to be the same in 2016 that it was in 2015? For me, clean eating and just really eating healthy has been a roller coaster. If you look over the past year, I have done the rice and chicken thing where that's really all I ate. I lost a lot of weight, not even meaning to, because I just didn't like it. And I've never ate really poorly, but I've not ate great. And I've ate really well, and then I've gone back to just kind of average. I've done that over the entire year, and I just really want to get consistent, right? I want to choose a moderate level, and I want to put the plan in place, the plan of action in place, that I get that done this next year. So for you, what do you want to change about 2015 for this next year? Those are the 6 reflection questions. Now, here's why this is going to take you some time and why I didn't want you to do it while I was speaking. You're going to want to ask those 6 reflection questions for what I call every one of the 7 fields of GAP. Now, GAP stands for gifts and progress, and we all have these common denominator areas of our lives, areas or fields of our lives. And the 7 F's are this: faith, family, friends, fitness, finance, fulfilling career, and fun. Okay, those are the 7 common denominator F's. And you're going to want to ask those 6 reflection questions for every single category. Now, I have a blueprint at stonejordan.info that all those questions that I just asked are going to be available there, and then the 7 F's of GAP are also going to be available there. You'll want to download that so you can really go through this, and it's going to give you a ton of information if you've done it right. And then what we're going to do is next week we're going to get really honed in, clear, and focused in order to decide what your New Year's resolutions are and really make them stick. So you're not the 9 out of 10 that by the 9th day has already broken them. So that they last throughout the entire year, so that they help you to push forward and they cause you to grow in ways you've never grown. And this next year is the best year that you've had so far of your life. And then I want to give you a bonus. If you look on the email that I sent, if you're subscribed, and if you're not, just subscribe at stonejordan.info. But if you get those emails, you also have what's called the New Year, New You reading plan. I want to encourage you to consider making your first resolution to read through the New Testament in a year. Now, what this New Year, New You reading plan does is it takes you through the entire New Testament in 1 year, and it does it in less than 5 minutes in a day. Now, I cannot think of anything that you could internalize that would be better for you and would only take 5 minutes per day than the New Testament. And what this does, it takes you through it every single day, and you check off the checkbox as you go, and there's little encouraging things as you reach different milestones, like a quarter of the way through, halfway through, so on and so forth. So download that, and as soon as January 1st starts, you can hit the ground running reading your Bible. Hey, we're on this journey together, And I want us both to have a 2016 that is both productive and fulfilling. Just remember, this week is a gift, and this next year of your life is a gift. So make it purposeful and productive. Thank you so much. Have a great week this week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Did you like this video? Would you like to make sure that you apply it to your daily life? If so, go to stonevlog.com, click Blueprints, and download the blueprint for this video so you can really apply it. It's going to give you really the meat of what was discussed here today, and then it's more importantly going to give you your 7-day challenge. This is the part that really makes this applicable and makes you a doer more than just a hearer. So go check it out. That will also subscribe you so you receive these videos in your inbox every week so that you can continue to grow, continue to have deeper purpose and higher productivity and become more. Thanks so much. Have a great day.